Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Not. We're doing another Among Us video today. So this one is a pretty highly requested video. So with the brand new Switch version being out, a lot of people have been asking, is it worth it? Is it worth it to buy the game again on the Switch if I already have it on PC or mobile? So really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to answer that question, talk about the differences with the Switch version, and really kind of what is it? Like, is it worth playing on the Switch? Can you still do crossplay? So let's go ahead and jump in and talk about the Switch version. So very quickly, I will just point out that the hats and pets, all that is way different from the Switch than it is on like the PC version. You don't have access to a lot of the same hats, like my crown, which is super sad for obvious reasons, and no pets, no skins, nothing like that. So other than that obvious, glaring, horrible thing to be missing, let's actually talk about the game and the tasks. To help me out today, I've got Loki, Cheese, Mercy, Dragon, Catch, and DeBoy. So everybody say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
No. Hi.
Yo.
Howdy.
All right, so let's do it. We're going to start up a normal game. We're going to check out the tasks. We're going to talk about how the motion controls work. So for this game, I will be playing on the Switch Pro controller. So a lot of the tasks support motion, and it's not as good as you guys might think. So we're going to jump into that, yeah, let's do it. All right, guys, mute up. All right. Here goes nothing, guys. Let's see if we end up being the imposter or if we end up being a crewmate. And all right, so crewmate, perfect. Only because there are a lot more tasks that matter for a crewmate. So let's see what we've got. All right, so I'm going to run over to O2. So we only have a few tasks on right now. So really easy. So this is the first task that's super weird. So on this task, you actually have like this little circle, and you have to use the other stick to push them with the little circle. So a lot of the tasks are really goofy, but there is no motion on this task. It's just you have this little circle, and you have to push things into the little slot. But it feels good. Like, it works well. Like, that task ends up working really well, I think. All right, so let's go ahead and jump over here to admin. So this task is goofy because you push A to open up the card, and then you just take your joystick and wiggle it around in a circle. And sometimes it works perfectly, and sometimes it tells you no. And there's really no way of determining which is going to be which. So, like, that's one of the tasks that's super weird on the Switch. Like, you could argue it's easier because that's normally a pretty difficult task, or you could argue that it's way worse. So let's go over here and do electrical and divert power. Again, this task works really well. It just gives you a button and asks you to move that up. Sometimes I've seen this be the left stick, sometimes the right. All right, so we're going to head over here to accept the power. But overall, is the game worth it? So if you've already got this on a PC, probably not, just because it's so similar. Oh, it looks like we got an emergency meeting. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, what happened?
I pressed the button because I thought no one had died for a long time, so I wanted to see, and now Mercy's dead.
She just died. I just passed her at the gas station electrical.
Really? Okay, okay.
Like 2 seconds ago.
So,
2 seconds ago.
So also, one thing I want to point out is that if you have a full group with voice chat, like, it works perfectly fine. But if you guys have to type out a message, it is the most horrible experience on the Switch. Because you have to basically type out this entire message, then you have to hit accept, then it pops up in this box, then you have to go over to the right, and then you have to hit the send button, right? Like, it takes forever. So if you're playing crossplay with anybody on PC or mobile, you're literally never going to be able to defend yourself, because, like, someone's going to say, it's yellow, and there's no chance that I'm ever going to type out anything about where I was, what I did. Even typing out where the body is at is just the worst experience. So keep that in mind. Be in voice chat. All right, sorry guys to distract you. What do we know about Mercy's killer?
Literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
Did Dragon say he just saw?
Yeah, Dragon.
I just saw her
Dragon
like
said
3
he saw
seconds
Mercy
ago.
just a few seconds ago.
Okay. I left. Oh, who was it? Was it Dragon? Were you the one that I left doing in admin?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did the card swipe, then I did the upload.
Okay.
Jeez, were you with me when Body was called? Or
No, I was not.
no? Okay.
Where are you two?
I don't think
I
so,
went to
Jay.
go find Cheese.
I feel like I'm over in
But-
electrical right now. I was heading to lower engine.
I have no idea where I am.
I have no idea where I am. Nice catch. Well, good defense. Good
Yeah,
defense,
very
catch.
good. But it's whatever. Just I mean, there's like 3 tasks on the map total. So
Okay, okay.
I'm either top left or in cafeteria, I think.
like, I'm in cafeteria because I pressed the button.
I'm in top left or cafeteria. I'll vote to throw Catch off the ship. Yeah, sound good?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
All right,
Bye,
perfect.
Catch.
Bye, Catch.
I'm
Alright,
no.
alright,
I really got to turn on more tasks.
Oh,
I
you
would've
actually
put
killed
it
him. You actually killed him.
I don't know what you're talking about, Loki.
Oh my god.
He can breathe, right? He's got a mask.
Oh, you have confirmed me, Jackdaw.
Yeah. So we're playing this game in its most base state currently, but I'll mix it up for the next one. I'll put on some more tasks. So I really don't know who it is, but we could just finish up tasks too. Let's see if there's a body over here. Let's see if Dragon is. Well, I guess
Alright,
that
goodbye,
answers that
Cheese.
question.
No,
Yeah,
it's
bye.
Dragon.
Got it?
Goodbye, cheese.
Bye, cheese.
Well, I mean,
I
we
wasn't
can't
gonna-
just skip if we want. But...
I was.
She was
Wait,
with Let's
hold
Not.
on. I was gonna lose anyway.
Cheese, how could you? Oh wait, I'm not muted.
Well, I already voted, so. I was watching.
Let's just see if they throw cheese off the ship. But yeah, so obviously this is the worst part, this typing experience. Other than that, like, because if you don't have a friend group that all has this with voice, then you really probably won't have a good time on Switch. Just because it's so hard, it takes so long to type this out, especially like if you're playing with the Switch in docked mode like I am, just because the controller is literally my only option for typing this out. So
Interesting play.
Interesting.
But I'm glad we voted Catch to be sure.
yeah, I think that was the
No, we
safest
didn't.
play.
We totally didn't get to vote Catch at all.
Okay, let me go
So
ahead and
sad.
change up the
That goes
settings.
The montage.
So that we can so let's change up the settings so we can see more of the game. All right, you guys ready to go?
I'm ready.
Cheese, you okay?
She's just
Yeah,
standing
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Printer.
All right. Please don't
No,
break
that's-
cheese.
Don't worry, that's Snake. Just add that to the montage of tossing me out the airlock for no reason.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan, Catch.
Yeah, you see?
All right, guys, mute your mics. All right, so still not the imposter, but that's okay because again, we want to be able to showcase some of the other tasks. So I want to take a look at what wires looks like, as well as this task, because this task really psyched me out when I played it in the airship video, because I didn't realize you had to switch which one you're on. Like, it won't by default click or do anything unless you manually switch it, unlike the PC version, and say you're working on the next version. Like on the PC version, you just keep pushing A whenever the next one's ready. For whatever reason, on the Switch, they decided that you actually have to manually move this over, which is just an interesting but like bad decision. Like, I don't know why they would have made that change. And here's how wires look. So basically, the weird thing about wires is you have to select the wire, but you have to keep A held the whole time while moving the wire. So it is definitely a little bit of a weird, like, not fluid experience. Like, overall, if I had to just sum up the Switch version, I think that's how I would sum it up, is just a weird, not fluid experience. Okay, let's head over and do that real quick. As far as the way it runs, it typically runs pretty well. We did a full live stream that went about 4 hours with it, and we didn't run into like a lot of technical issues. All right, there's Mercy. Yeah, for that one, you just have to hold the button. This task is another one of those tasks that's a little bit weird because it moves you back to center every time. Like, so I'll push it. Oh, okay, I guess we won't show it. Let's see if
All
they
right,
know anything
who
about who
was
killed
last into reactor?
I think I was last in the reactor.
Because the body is dead on cams.
On cams? Okay, I never went into the room for cams.
On cams?
Yeah, so.
So I'm literally sus of everyone who's in the reactor.
So Du Bois was in the reactor, Mercy was in the reactor, and I was in the reactor. And somebody else. There was a fourth person.
I was the first one there at the top.
Okay, so Catch as well.
Yeah.
So it's just Loki and Dragon that weren't in reactor then.
I saw
Here, let me
someone
type
on
out everything I know about who did it.
Oh god, here we go.
Let's
We're
see
gonna be
here.
waiting-
Dun 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 dun. I need a sound montage for this. Hold up. There's what I
There's
think.
cheese, okay.
We came from electrical. So you came from
It was a
electrical.
suicide. Got it.
It was definitely a suicide.
Okay.
Loki,
Okay,
did
see
that
what
help?
here.
I've got 40 seconds,
Wait,
Loki. Let me type something else out.
Oh god, here we go.
There. I changed my mind, and I have typed out now that it was not cheese. So now everybody knows that clearly it's not cheese or me.
All right, well,
I'm
we
gonna
have
skip
no
vote.
info. We have no info, so.
I think
We only got one imposter. We can skip. Hey, wait, oh, okay. Let's calm down, people. Let's calm down. Let's not throw me off the boat just because I can't type good.
So close.
You're all monsters. All right. Well, that was almost real bad. So we're gonna jump on this here, and yes, the weird thing about this task is that if you don't hold over, it will automatically take you back to the center, which is just super annoying, right? So again, every time it just jumps you back. And it just makes it that much harder to do. Like, it just doesn't stay on whatever you hit. Was I paying attention? Okay. So just keep that in mind. Like, again, they made like a lot of these strange choices on how they designed this. And again, I just don't know why. Like, there's no reason it can't just stay on whatever button you were on. It's just a weird choice, and it's definitely going to result in you failing this task due to misclicks, right? Okay, let's do some wires. Yeah, so again, it's just all the tasks feel a little bit slower on the Switch. So just keep in mind, if you're playing on the Switch, you're just going to be at a disadvantage. Like a mouse or a finger, like either of those, like for PC and mobile, are just going to work so much better. And again, like even just tasks like this is just going to be easier to do on really anything else, any of the other ways that you can play this game. So you just have to keep that in mind. This one's not too bad. So like the very simple tasks usually work exactly the same. No issue with those. All right, let's go do this weird card swipe, and let's see if we can get it on the first try again. Let's see. No, yeah, and it's weird. You really have no control over the speed of it. It just goes. Whether you hit it or you don't, it just goes. So that's a really weird thing about that task, and I really don't know what to say about it other than that. Okay, we have this task here. We may as well do these wires, and then we're almost done here, guys. We're almost done with our tasks. Being a good little crewmate, just albeit a little bit slower than everybody else because we're playing on the Switch. But I will say the crossplay seems to work fine. I do run into weird issues with the Switch though. Like even when trying to set up this game lobby, like I literally couldn't set up a lobby that anybody could join unless I switched to Asian server instead of NA. That was the only way everybody can join. Like, so that's a weird bug. And then a lot of times when I'm creating a match, like, it just won't let me. It'll just say failed to create game. Like, I run into way more hosting issues on the Switch than I do on PC. And I don't know why that is. It's connected to the same internet signal. So that is something to keep in mind. All right, let's show you guys here real quick how fixing electrical looks. So in this case, you just switch them up and down. And that's how that works. And like you move over with the left stick and then switch them with the right stick up or down to move the Switch. You don't just push A, which is a little weird. So again, it is just another one of those things that's just a little slower on the Switch. But I mean, it makes logical sense. I mean, doing an actual switch with the joystick, it feels nice. But again, it's slow, which again is really the moral of the story. All right, well this is closed, which means there's probably somebody dead here, right? Catch is in there. Okay, no dead bodies. That's a good sign. That's it.
Well, that was uneventful.
All right.
That
well,
was, yeah.
Nice job, guys. Who was the imposter? Catch?
That was me. Anytime I saw someone, they were with someone else.
Okay, so everyone's going to mute their mics, and then we're just going to go do tasks. I just realized, though, I can't necessarily tell everybody that I'm the imposter, right? Because that's probably a really bad thing. But I did get the imposter, so let's see what's different about the imposter.
Alright, well, that's it. Let's go. Come on.
All right, let's skip votes. So obviously I'm imposter, but I want to showcase some of the vents, and I want to showcase kind of how the imposter is different. So some of the sabotages, and talk about those. So let's go ahead and skip vote.
I didn't think that was going to happen. I figured we were just going to get
Oh, I knew it was imposter.
It's all
Go
good.
straight to navigation.
Oh, I always go straight to navigation. Like every game. I always go right.
Straight cap.
All right, so let me show you guys what's different about the imposter experience and why it's harder on the Switch.
I was just scrolling, so...
That's funny.
Yo,
All
it's
good
one of my
catch.
boys.
Okay, so the biggest issue I've got with the Switch version is just kind of the way that sabotaging works. So you want to be able to sabotage super quickly, right? And with mobile or with the mouse, you can kind of just click on whatever you want to sabotage. But with the Switch version, to sabotage, you have to click over with the right stick to get to what you want. So really the only good strategy to sabotage is kind of to hold the button over what you want to sabotage and keep it lit up, because otherwise it's super hard to do that. Because again, the goal is to kill somebody to sabotage, and that's really the way you go, right? Like now I'm going to sabotage reactor, and then I want everybody to run to reactor, right? But again, that extra like 2 seconds that it
Damn, I
takes.
wonder who it is.
I think it's Cheese.
Again, that extra amount of time that it takes to pull everybody over to
Cheese
reactor is
suicide
very
again.
difficult.
Listen, guys.
Wait, did Cheese die?
I
think we skipped vote.
know who did it, so let's just vote for who we think did it.
Mercy? We voting for Mercy?
Mercy. Yeah, I think
All
it's
right,
Mercy.
all right, Mercy. Okay.
Vote for who did it.
Self.
Yikes.
Thanks.
And see, we already caught the imposter. We're so good at this game.
Man.
Oh,
Poor Mercy. Mercy, we all love you. Okay, guys. So again, that's just part of the experience. And then like the other thing that's a little bit weird, like if what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and sabotage reactor again to show you guys. Like if you're like too close to like a vent or something, it can be really hard to actually like fix something, to like fix attacks. So like with reactor and some of these other tasks that are really close to a vent, like you have to be careful that you're standing really close so you don't accidentally vent, right? So what I'll do here is we'll sabotage reactor, right? So I got to be really careful about this, right? Because if I'm not in the right spot, I could end up sabotaging this, jumping in the vent and having an issue, right? So again, what we'll do, we'll fix this real quick. All right. But yeah, the whole venting experience is a little bit weird, right? Because I can jump in the vent, I can go over here like this, jump back out of the vent. It's just, it is a really weird experience from an imposter standpoint. Here, let me get a kill and show you guys how long it takes me to move over to the sabotage, if I can even get away with it before a body is called. So let's give it a shot. All right. Well, first I guess we got to find somebody. Let's see. I need to find somebody to kill. All right. So now if I want to sabotage, I have to say, oh no, I got to get all the way over to O2. And that little 2 or 3 seconds that it took me to do that often is the time difference between you winning and losing, right? So now, like, what I want to do is I want to start sabotaging doors as soon as they fix O2. Just so I can stop people from coming over the body. But like, I really have to, I can't be running and doing this all at the same time. It's just, while I can have the map open, it's just so difficult to do. All right. Well, I guess, okay, they already fixed that O2. I mean, we might just win on that. So now, like, if I want to go over and start closing these doors, that's just such a difficult thing for me to do, right? So just something to keep in mind, that the really quick, the really agile sabotages can be very difficult to do. So just again, not a great sabotaging experience. Is you really have to be fast, and I'm really not fast as an imposter, and that's a problem. But again, not a bad game by any means. The game is definitely good enough to be played on the Switch, but still a weird experience overall. A definite weird experience. All right. Well, it was clearly Dragon. He was right on top of Catch. All right. So Morgan, I think it's clearly Dragon. He was standing right on top of Catch, and then I saw Catch die.
Oh, well, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It's all right. Well, now we know.
Yeah.
Sorry, Catch, I had to do it.
All right, guys. So that is the experience for an Amonger. Wow, an Amonger.
Amonger?
Oof, an Amonger.
Amonger.
That is the experience.
Among
And I'll just see myself out. So that is the experience, guys, for an imposter on Nintendo Switch. Again, not great. The sabotages are really slow. The venting's a little awkward. But again, hopefully, guys, this helped. Overall, should you buy Among Us on the Switch? Maybe. If you've already got it on a PC or a mobile phone, you're not really gaining a lot. In fact, I'd even argue that you're losing more than you're gaining, just because Among Us on the Switch is just slower. Everything you do is slower. The tasks are slower and more difficult. The motion controls, which although we didn't really get to see those today, are just wonky. So like for like asteroids, for example, like you can move around the controller to shoot the asteroids. It just doesn't feel great, and it actually makes your life harder because like it's a mix of using both the left joystick and the motion controls. So would I recommend you buy it on the Switch? Probably not. If you have no other option, 100%. The game functions. It's a fantastic game. Crossplay does work really well. So again, if it's your only choice, definitely don't feel bad about playing on the Switch. Just know you'll be at a slight disadvantage. So maybe if you want to play Among Us hard mode, the Switch is the way for you. All right, and thank you guys. Thank you to everybody in the game. Cheese, Catch, Mercy, Loki, Dragon, all you guys. Thank you so much for playing with us.
Anytime, let's.
And I will see you guys next time. If you guys like the video, please remember to leave a like and let me know. And if you guys want to see more Among Us content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you, everybody.